we come from WFCL Film Collective, and we created our own brand that's named Culture Pioneers. So we're just doing an awareness of HIV and AIDS for the 1st of December. I've got a few questions that I have to ask about HIV and AIDS. The first one, are you scared of getting tested?
No, not at all. I've been tested a couple of times. I was really sick once. I actually had TB a couple of years ago, and one of the symptoms, or some of the symptoms of TB are very similar to the symptoms of active HIV and AIDS. So I've been tested that time, and then the last girl that I dated asked me to do an HIV test, so she could feel safe. So I did an HIV test. So I don't have any issue at all. And I think even now, because of sort of the interactive, close-knitted society that we live in, it shouldn't be a problem at all, and something you should be aware of, that you should test yourself on a regular basis.
Who is vulnerable to HIV, men or women?
Who is vulnerable? I think both men and women are vulnerable.
Can you tell us more about it?
Well, I don't even think you don't even need to be having sex to get HIV or AIDS. You know, there are many ways of being infected, but if we're talking specifically about sexual intercourse, then there may be studies that show that it's easier for a woman to get HIV and AIDS, but you can't live your life on that basis. You can't go down as a man thinking, just because I'm not a woman, I'm not going to get AIDS, I'm not going to get infected. You have to protect yourself, and that's the responsibility not just of a man and not just of a woman, but especially if you're in a relationship, it's the responsibility to both partners. You know, to make sure that you are safe, and that when you are together, that you are safe and that you're looking out for each other, so that you don't think that you're more likely or less likely. It's like saying, for anybody to say, you know, other people get AIDS, I don't get it. You know, that's a very sort of naive, ignorant way of looking at the society we live in today.
Yeah. Now, when you see the new generation of these years or for the future, should condoms be available at schools?
I think they should definitely be available at schools. You know, they should be available wherever there are groups of people together. Condoms should be available, whether it's school, university, a workspace, even depending on the kind of workspace. Not even depending, just where there are people interacting, there should be condoms available. Not just so that to protect the people in the organization or in the school, but because those people may be having sex at other places. You know, and if condoms are readily available to them, then they've got access to it, and they've got another way of protecting themselves. You know, it's like having HIV posters everywhere, or AIDS posters, or safe sex posters everywhere. It's like, where do you put them? Do you not put them in schools? Do you put them in schools? Do you not put them on the highway? Do you put them on the highway? And to have condoms available in schools is a very beneficial thing, because sometimes kids are not educated, sometimes adults are not educated, but sometimes especially kids are not educated when it comes to safe sex, prevention of pregnancy, prevention of STD, transferring, and having condoms there would obviously have it in their face a little bit, but also when you put condoms into schools and you put condoms into the hand of a child, you need to educate them on how to use it, and also educate them on safe sex and what it is that they're preventing and what the results of unsafe sex could be.
To people out there, is it important for them to go and test for HIV?
It's very important to go and test for HIV and AIDS, especially if you're sexually active. You know, especially if you're sexually active, especially if you have more than one sexual partner, or you change sexual partners. You need to get tested for your own safety, for your own well-being, and for the well-being of the people around you.
Okay, that's all, folks. We've heard from Mark. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
uyafuna undala